Director Parker Finn's 2022 movie Smile is yet another corny, shock-filled jump-scare horror movie. Smile stars Sosie Bacon as Dr. Rose Cotter, an overworked therapist at a psychiatric ward who treats graduate student Laura Weaver. Weaver is traumatized after she witnesses her art history professor Miguel Munoz bludgeon himself to death with a hammer. Rose diagnoses Weaver with stress-induced psychosis when Weaver tells her she sees a demonic entity with the power to control events around her. A mystery unfolds after Rose watches a smiling Weaver commit suicide with a shard from a broken vase. Rose sees patient Carl Renkin in the ER with the same disturbing veneer as Weaver before her suicide. Rose panics and orders nurses to restrain the smiling patient who was really asleep. A traumatized Rose returns home having received a 1-week reprieve from her disapproving boss, Dr. Morgan Desai. At Rose's house, the movie launches into generic jump-scare antics. A grudge-esque demon terrifies Rose. After she collects herself, a ringing phone startles her. I laughed rather than recoiled at such a ridiculous jump-scare trope. Smile subjects the audience to yet another jump-scare cliche when the grudge demon who chases Rose turns out to be her fiancé Trevor. The next day, Rose and Trevor eat dinner with Rose's materialistic sister Holly. Holly wonders why an exhausted Rose doesn't work in private practice where she would earn more money for her taxing work. We learn Rose and Holly's relationship is strained after their unnamed mentally ill mother overdoses. When Rose attends her nephew's party, the grudge demon replaces an electronic model train with Rose's deceased cat mustache. It's compelling to watch Rose, a professional psychologist, deteriorate as she fervently pleads her innocence to her perturbed friends and family. However, the scene's emotional impact is killed when the grudge demon appears to taunt Rose with a stereotypical modulated demon voice. Rose realizes her patients were not insane, but Trevor believes Rose is afflicted by the same mental illness as her mom. Rose becomes determined to clear her name and reconciles with her cop ex-boyfriend Joel. Rose and Joel search police records and discover a chain of suicide victims, all of whom countenance a disturbing smile before they take their own lives. Rose and Joel deduce that anyone who witnesses these suicides is afflicted by a curse and will kill themselves within 4 days. After Rose and Joel speak to convicted murderer Robert Talley, the only person to survive the curse, they learn the curse spreads by trauma and Rose can only save her life by murdering another person in front of witnesses. Rose attempts to explain her situation to Holly, who also thinks Rose is mentally ill. When Rose boards her car to leave Holly's house, we are subjected to the most ridiculous jumpscare in the movie when the demon, disguised as Holly, contorts her head upside down to spook Rose. There is great tension as Rose decides whether to murder an innocent person or be killed by the grudge demon. Rose reasons she cannot spread the curse as long as she is by herself and chooses to flee to her remote and derelict childhood home pursued by a concerned Joel. The following scenes are an absolute letdown and destroy the underlying psychological metaphor of the film. The psychological metaphor here is that Rose will only have the strength to defeat her trauma-fueled demon by overcoming her childhood. When Rose inexplicably defeats the demon with fire, she returns home with a newly found sense of peace and reconciles with her sister. This would have been an excellent ending to Smile. By overcoming her trauma, Rose ends the suicide chain and goes on to live a psychologically healthy life. Instead, Parker Finn chose to reduce Smile to insipid jumpscare trash with a theme-destroying plot twist. The tranquil scene is really just a trick by the grudge demon, and Rose is still cursed inside her childhood home. The grudge demon possesses Rose's body, and Rose immolates herself just as Joel walks into the house, perpetuating the curse. Smiles' ending is highly disappointing and nonsensical. If the demon enters its bodies before their suicide, what would happen if Rose died before her time is up? Horror fans will notice how derivative Smile is. The demon character looks strikingly similar to the grudge. Drag Me to Hell is about a character who tries and fails to pass a curse to somebody else. It Follows also involves a curse passed from victim to victim. Casual movie watchers may like this film. The people in my theater were certainly thrilled, but I cannot abide by such a prolix movie. I give this movie 2 stars out of 5. If you liked this video, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe.